Morning. So here's another insight that I've had this morning, is that if you think about playing a video game, and I've never really been big on video games, but remember Pac-Man and the little thing goes around eating the dots and swallowing the monsters, and then the monsters, that's like what's happening in our mind. There's a yeah, we're pushing, we're pulling, we're toing, we're throwing, we're upping, we're downing. And it's like we get stuck in the game. If you've ever played, you're like, and you forget that outside of the game is a whole nother world. And this is what yoga and meditation is trying to teach us, is that there is the physical world, the playing of the game, getting your kids to school, getting your house decorated, getting your car to the garage, and all of that. But outside of that, and that can all get very chaotic and very up in your head thinking about it. But outside the game, at any point, you can take a break. Oh, sorry, my camera keeps slipping. You can take a break. And we were always wanting things to be perfect. Like my camera's slipping, the dog was here now. But it doesn't matter. Before I would have been, oh no, but it doesn't matter. That we work very hard within the game. And I know over the years, I've worked extremely hard in the game. If I do enough meditation, if I do enough yoga, if I go on a diet, if I do my 10,000 steps, go running, do weight training. And none of those things are bad, they're all good. But when they're from a place of trying to get the game done, working hard to get somewhere, so everything within the game, within life is perfect, it's hard work. But as you learn to slip into, not do meditation, but kind of step back from the game, and the game still continues. So your thinking continues. There can be chaotic thinking. You can be unwell. But you know that outside of the game, in your spirit, your soul, before your thinking, before the physical, before the emotions, the up, the down, the roller coaster of life, behind the game, there is a complete stillness. And at any time, you can switch off the game and then you can switch back on. And like your iPhone or your computer, sometimes it needs to be reset, switched off, rebooted. You switch it back on, it's all good. And I say this all the time, that it's like in your car, when the petrol light comes on, it's telling you to go to the petrol station to fill up. When you're in the game and you're playing Pac-Man and you all suddenly become all tense and life becomes hard, step back. The solution isn't in the game. Because from the world around, outside of the game, outside of life, before life, there is a spiritual energy. Your inner being, your spirit, your soul, wisdom, that is guiding you, that has your solutions. There is always a solution. But when you're busy in the game, you can't feel it. You can't allow it to come through. So just close your eyes or stare at a spot and imagine just withdrawing from the game of life. So the world is still out there. Your thinking can continue. But bring your awareness into your heart. And just listen. Instead of thinking, just listen. Listen to the sound of my voice. And you don't know what it is that I'm going to say next. It's like you think what's driving you is being in the game, getting done, getting faster, getting more better at it. But actually, as you close your eyes and you open up the crown of your head and you allow the life energy, your spirit, your soul, it is flowing you. It is towing you to the right place. Inspiring you to eat the right thing, to sleep for the right amount of hours. But in the game, it needs to look perfect. But before that, there's a peace, there's a calm. where everything settles, where you reset, reboot, rejuvenate, replenish. It's not from all the doing, but in the quiet, in the space from which the game unfolds, that is being flowed through you. So now you're just watching the game, but you no longer feel so compelled to get it done, to get it right, to win. You know that there's always another game and another game. And if I showed my son Pac-Man, he would probably laugh his socks off. The games he plays now on Xbox are way more advanced. And that's life. Something new keeps coming, something new keeps coming, something new keeps coming. But we keep getting involved in the same old game, trying to do it, trying to change it, trying to fix it. So just feel your breath. You're being breathed. Your heart is being beat. And now just watch the game unfolding, and from this standpoint, you can start to enjoy the game. That it doesn't come from willpower, from hard work, from determination. It comes from ease and flow. And from that ease and flow comes power. Comes consistency. Comes inspired action. So now just as you sit even further back from the game, your systems start to calm. As you get no longer all caught up in the game, in the thinking, there's always a solution, a next game. You're being towed, you're being flowed, you're being guided. Life isn't perfect. My videos aren't perfect. I keep swaying and moving my legs. But when you sit behind the physical, behind the game, and you're quiet, those things no longer matter. They're just part of the game, part of the unfolding. And when you see it as a game, you can watch your children, your husband, your friends, life just unfolding as a game that doesn't need to be perfect, that is ever changing, ever evolving. And you can be the conduit to open up, to allow the light, the love, the peace, the bliss of your soul to shine out into the world, to be reflected. Because when you watch everyone is caught up in the game. Sit back and feel the space, the quiet, the peace from which allows the game to unfold. There's always a solution. So I invite you today that as you go through the day, and you will keep getting caught back up in the game, notice when you feel frustrated, bored, anxious, worried, stressed, in a rush, it's because you got caught back up in getting the game of Pac-Man done, getting to the next level, where the next level's already coming anyway. So when you get caught up, take your time. When you're at traffic lights, when you're in a queue, when you're cooking your dinner, take the time to step back, to rejuvenate, to replenish, to plug back in to the energy of life. Feel it as an unexplainable sense of peace, of well-being, which is the feeling that you've been searching for in the doing, the needing, when it's already there. And when you noticing that it's already there, you'll notice it more. As you notice it more, life becomes a game through which you flow. And you can continue to sit for as long as you like. Or come back into the game. Namaste. Thank you all very much.